Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy, where MK and I are using the Rust and Revs kit from 49 and Market all week long. This is also a Stretch the Sketch video. This is our sketch. It is from rochellespears.blogspot.com, I think November 2022. And I am shrinking it today. Usually I go up in size, but today I'm going with a 9 by 12. And I really have to say I like the way that this ends up looking. I've got two photos here of my dad using his black powder gun many years ago, and cutting them down to be approximately 4 by 4, well, a little bit smaller than 4 by 4. These are printed on my selfie, so they are not truly ever 4 inches by 6 inches, and so they are probably 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I felt like that works because there's not a whole lot in the background. It's just him standing out at the gun range shooting, and there's no background information. There's nothing to look at or anything like that. Anyway, so I'm liking the way that that looks. I felt like this orangey, rusty paper worked really well with the mountains behind where he's standing, because it's that same kind of iron or kind of an earth look. It's got that really red dirt, and it's which I think brings out the color of the paper brings out the color of the mountains, and so, or the hills. And so I'm liking the way that that looks. I am using frames from the kit. I was inspired to use the frames based on what's going on in the sketch there. I only have 2 photos, so that's why I went ahead and shrunk it down, and my frames are going to be smaller than the frames that she's got on there, but she's also got 1 pattern paper, so I feel like that goes really well with what I've got going here. And her embellishments are super simple, so I'm keeping mine really simple also. I did ink everything up in a little bit of Black Soot Distress ink, and while I go ahead and get my photos situated, I want to remind you to check out MK's channel to see what she's doing with her kit from Kit Conspiracy. She's using the same products I am using. And if you missed the kit share, you can go back and watch that. We released those on Thursdays. And then you want to check out Everyone Playing Along with Stretch the Sketch. There is a link down below to a playlist for Everyone Playing Along. You can also go back and see old videos of different sketches that we have used for Stretch the Sketch. We have been doing this for 6.5 years, so there's lots of good stuff out there, even though we've only had the playlist, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so, so you might not see everything that goes back far, but you can always do a search on Stretch the Sketch on YouTube, and you will find lots of inspiration, because a lot of people have played along with this over the years. So go and check all of that good stuff out. I went ahead and used just a single frame up at the top, cut it down, and then I'm going to use it down at the bottom because I don't want to waste that little piece of frame, and I didn't feel like I should cut into another one when this one was perfectly handy. And so I've got 3 frames on here, and then I am going to pull out some wood veneer from MK's shop. Some assemblage required. I'm going to use a variety of these targets. I won't be using any of the ones with animals. He's not actually shooting at any animals. He's just shooting a target. So I felt like, I don't know, maybe I'm super literal or something, but I didn't feel like there needed to be any animals in the actual targets, and she had plenty that were not featuring animals, so I thought that worked really well. And then I am using these chevron rub-ons and as kind of like a landing spot for my little wood veneer pieces. I'm really liking how that's looking, and because I'm only using a bit of it, I only used like 1.5 of the rub-ons. I didn't even use 2 whole rub-ons. But I like how it looks, and I think it just kind of draws your eye straight down the page. I was going to kind of roughen up the rub-on so it didn't have like a hard stop on the edge, but I don't know, my file wasn't doing a very good job, so I just said, you know what, before I mess up my paper, I'm just going to stop and leave it as is. And then what I'm doing here is I'm removing the masking from the top of the wood veneer. So all of her wood veneer comes with a masking over the top to keep it nice and safe from when it's being scored or etched in the laser machine. It doesn't scorch the wood that way, so you do need to peel off your masking And it actually even says on her packaging, don't forget to peel, to remind you. So don't forget to peel. And then I am using a piece of tape to get some of the little bits and pieces. This tape is terrible tape. It doesn't work very well. But something like Gorilla Tape or duct tape would probably work a lot better than what this is. It's some off-brand, and it's just not great. So I don't know why I keep it around feeling like I need to use it up, because at the rate I'm going, I'm never going to use it up. It's a huge roll and it just doesn't work great. But it does help a little bit. So anyway, that is going to be all of the wood veneer pieces that I use. I do love this title that says it's a guy thing. I do want to put the words black powder up across the top. So I'm going to use these small Tim Holtz dies. They're thinlit dies. The problem is I went ahead and cut them out and I started putting them down on that rust paper, but I didn't go and center them properly when I should have. So they're going to not fit. And to remedy that, I'm going to pull out a label that is going to fit right across the top there, and I'm going to cut them again, and then I'm going to stick them on the label and then put the label down. So you're going to see me do that to kind of fix that problem. Otherwise, the letter B does not fit all the way, or the B and the L do not fit all of the way onto that rust paper. And I knew pretty quickly when I got probably to the D that it wasn't going to fit. But by that time, this glue, the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, had already done its magic, and there was no way I could pull it up without just ruining it. So I was like, well, let me just keep going and see how bad it really is. And then when I got to the L, I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. So I'm pulling out a label from my stash of labels. This one is probably from Pretty Little Studio. I've got quite a collection of labels. I just keep them in that little container, and I can rifle through and pull out labels, because I feel like labels and tickets and tags and that kind of stuff, they can go on any layout. So I keep them handy because you never know when you're going to need them. So here I went ahead and redid my die cutting, and now I am going to go ahead and put them all down onto this label, and that's going to fix the whole problem. And this particular one, what I did was I started with the R in powder, and then when I got to the P, I went over to the B and started that. So I knew exactly how far apart my spacing should be for in the middle between the two words. And then I just put the glue on the back of my hand because it keeps it handy. It keeps me from actually setting something down in the glue on top of my desk, and it's right there next to my other hand because the two hands are working together. I did just gently rub my ink applicator tool over the top to give it kind of a smoky look, and I like the way that that ended up just defining that a little bit more. That is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to check out everyone playing along with Stretch the Sketch. You can also go and join the Facebook group for Kit Conspiracy to get more inspiration with this kit. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another one. Bye-bye.